Imagine a room bathed in soft light, an elegant stage shimmering in hues of blue, casting mysterious reflections into every corner. The walls seemed alive, whispering elegance, as if they were part of a secret narrative unfolding in front of us. In the middle of this dreamlike atmosphere, a man stepped forward. Every gaze turned to him. He was Wang Yibo, a name that carries weight far beyond the titles of actor, singer, and dancer. He is a symbol of grace, of quiet strength, of a presence so magnetic that silence naturally follows wherever he goes. That night, he did not simply appear. He became a vision, a memory etched into time. With CHANEL BLEU as his companion, he transcended the role of a star and embodied something larger, something timeless. The moment his footsteps touched the stage, the cheers softened into an almost reverent hush. It was as though the universe itself paused to witness him. His faint smile, the subtle curve of his lips, the sharp yet gentle glimmer in his eyes, all of it spoke louder than words. The way he lifted his head, the slight turn of his shoulders, even the rhythm of his breathing. Every movement drew the audience deeper into his orbit. Why was Wang Yibo so mesmerizing tonight? What was it about his presence that felt like more than a simple brand collaboration? Could there be a hidden message woven into this performance? The answer revealed itself slowly, like a secret meant to be savored. With his calm, deliberate voice, Wang Yibo began to share. He spoke not of fame, not of accolades, but of sandalwood. The fragrance, the meaning, the philosophy behind it. Sandalwood, a scent that many overlook, believing it to be too subtle, too ordinary. Yet to Wang Yibo, it was profound. Sandalwood represented a journey, one that did not announce itself loudly, but lingered, quiet and eternal. It was not about striking the senses in a rush of extravagance. It was about permanence, about a presence that cannot be erased. And isn't that just who he is? Wang Yibo, who never shouts for attention, yet commands it effortlessly. Who never fights for the spotlight, yet becomes the brightest star in the room. Fans listened with bated breath. The room was silent, but hearts were racing. Through every syllable, Yibo seemed to peel back the layers of himself. He wasn't just talking about perfume. He was sharing fragments of his soul, his story, his truth. But beneath his composure, tension began to stir. Each sentence carried weight, as if coated with meaning. Was he speaking of sandalwood? Or was he speaking of himself? Was this a carefully crafted message? Or was he quietly confessing something he had long kept hidden? And then came the moment of transformation. His hand reached forward, gently touching the sleek bottle of BLEU de Chanel placed before him. The air shifted. It was no longer just a product launch. It was a revelation. In that instant, the camera closed in, capturing his expression in sharp detail. His eyes glistened with something more than confidence, something almost vulnerable. He gazed into the crowd, and it felt as though he was gazing directly into the soul of every viewer, whether in the room or watching from afar. His unspoken question echoed in the silence. What does freedom mean to you? The question pierced deeply, because freedom is elusive, especially for someone like Wang Yibo. His life, though adorned with glamour, is also bound by invisible chains, contracts, expectations, relentless eyes of the public. Yet, in this moment, with CHANEL BLEU in his grasp, he seemed to declare that freedom can be found in the smallest things. In a fragrance, in a choice, in a single breath that belongs only to oneself. And then, the climax arrived. With unwavering poise, Yibo revealed what he longed for. It wasn't a grand ambition, not another trophy, not the endless applause of the world. His wish was simple, yet striking. He wanted to keep learning, to grow, to understand life through details that others overlook, to savor the unspoken poetry of existence, much like the quiet depth of sandalwood. Was this a confession of a man at a crossroads? Was it an unguarded glimpse into his heart, hinting that perhaps he is seeking more than fame? The audience was spellbound, clinging to his every word, their emotions unraveling in waves. And yet, behind those serene eyes, could there be something more? A secret longing, perhaps? A chapter of his life not yet revealed to the world? Applause thundered when he finished, but the clapping, no matter how loud, could not drown out the lingering silence he left behind. Fans wiped tears, their hearts swelling with pride and ache all at once. They had seen not just a star. They had seen a human being, fragile, searching, profound. That night, Chanel BLEU was no longer just a fragrance. It became a metaphor, a mirror reflecting Wang Yibo's journey. From the boy who once stood quietly in the shadows of a dance studio to the man who now stood at the center of the world stage, unafraid to speak softly yet powerfully. And in the minds of fans, questions began to bloom. Could this be the beginning of a transformation? Is Wang Yibo on the brink of a new chapter, one that will redefine him not only as an artist, but as a person? For those who have followed his journey from the early days, this night carried even deeper meaning. They remembered the boy who rode motorcycles with untamed passion, who trained tirelessly with scraped knees and sleepless nights, who carried dreams in silence when no one believed. And now, they saw him standing here, elegant in a suit, with Chanel at his side, speaking of philosophy and freedom. The contrast was breathtaking. It was as if the universe had conspired to weave his story into something far greater than anyone could have imagined. Yet, even in this moment of triumph, there was mystery. A flicker of something in his eyes, a shadow, a longing. Did he want to say more? Was there a truth he held back, locked deep within, waiting for the right time? The fans could feel it, and that is why they could not look away. As the night drew to a close, his final smile lingered like an unfinished story. The cameras captured it, but the essence of it could not be contained. It was a promise, a hint, an invitation, because perhaps tonight was not just about Chanel BLEU. Perhaps it was about unveiling a man who is still writing his story. A man who, despite the crowns placed upon his head, remains a seeker. And so we are left with a quiet question, echoing long after the lights dim. If tonight held so much meaning, what greater destiny awaits Wang Yibo in the chapters to come?